Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a good day. AMC down another 9.7%. Holy shit. We got some things to talk about with AMC. Looking at the broader market just briefly here, just taking a look at SPY. We're pretty much in the same spot that we were in yesterday. You're still kind of just fiddling around at the support trend that's within this rising wedge, which you could argue is in a larger bullish channel. So it's going to be interesting to watch how this plays out. But obviously, we're still just kind of playing around with this rising wedge at this stage. We still haven't come up and actually given a true test to the upper bear trend on this ES1 chart. Let's see if we did on SPX. I was messing around on SPX. I put like basically set EMAs, or I'm sorry, just regular moving averages, with 200 closes on the daily, weekly, monthly, 50 closes on the daily, monthly, weekly, et cetera, for the major EMAs that I use. And I'm going to just be poking around, looking back at some historical charts with it, and just kind of seeing some of the relevant bounces at some of these key moving averages, just because I think it's pretty interesting to do. But just briefly, I'm going to draw this bear trend here. Yeah, so we still haven't interacted with it on the SPX chart as well. And then let's look at SPY and see if the way that I have it drawn on SPY, we have interacted with it yet. Just briefly here. Yeah, no, so we're still just barely below it. I would expect that you push up here and you tap this thing. You are getting some reversal looking candles on the daily chart here. So I think that's what you're getting. Let me look at a lower time frame right quick just to get a better idea. See if we look like we're in a reaccumulation perhaps. And obviously it's going to mess up my trend lines because of the closes. Yeah, I mean, this looks like you gap down here. It looks like you're going to want to push up. So just be on the lookout for that. Let's see if it doesn't mess it up with the ES1 chart. Yeah, I think that's what ends up happening. You probably push up here. Man, the more time that it takes, the higher it's going to push up. But once you break back above this, so do I have... I hate when you change time frames, man. It just messes up the trend lines how you had them drawn. It's so aggravating. But yeah, so you'll probably press up to this 43. Dang, man. You can go high 430s on SPY. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me go look at SPY again. Yeah, 436, 437. Let me go see if that's a key fib level. Maybe we draw it from the macro just right quick. Wow. Yeah, that's your golden pocket is between 435 and 439. Oh, I redid my fibs so they're a little bit easier to see on the videos as well. And I put the golden range in yellow there. Okay, so this does look like well, this is definitely why you're seeing some resistance here, because with this local one, you came up and you almost touched your 707 there. Let's see. Well, okay, so what about, so we drew it from the macro, right? And we had the golden pocket is there. And then what did we say? 436, 437. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much, yeah, it's that golden pocket right there. Man. Yeah, so you're probably going to push that high on SPY before you have your major retracement down to the 410s, I'd say. But I would definitely be looking. I'm definitely going to be looking to short up there whenever that time comes, just because I do think that you're going to need to cool off here. That's going to be the end of a distribution. Look for really low volume on that push up, relative low volume compared to the recent trading range. And if you see that low volume, that's going to be a good signal that you're going to get pushed down, probably rejected back underneath this 200 day moving average. And then let's look at AMC. So AMC had another almost 10% day down. Yesterday it was like 13, 14%. And you press right through this 1975 level that we were talking about yesterday. And I mean, that's pretty much an expectation. If you have a liquidity level like this and you're going to break through it, you're going to get crushed. And that's exactly what happened. You got pushed right down through it. I would say that for you to still consider this like this, obviously now this most recent range has become a local distribution, right? So you got distributed out of here, okay? But what that could be signaling is a backup to a last point of support, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean that you had a macro distribution. Just like here, I do think it's a local distribution. But you can get pressed up through these distributions. I'll just show you an example. So you had a distribution here in March of 2021. Pressed down, you accumulated, and then you got distributed down out here in April of 2021 before you had a last point of support, and then you pressed up again, had a distribution, had a backup last point of support before you got sent up for your markup phase, right? So that's how markets work. So you just look for liquidity zones where you're going to most likely go back down and test. I will say, if you do not hold this trend here, right, off of this local liquidity, off of this trading range right here, right, you're most likely going to get pushed down to 1666, and we can probably back that up with a Fibonacci. So let's do that. Pull this Fibonacci range. Boom, 1650 is this 618 level. And look, as we've been saying for a long time on this channel, AMC does prefer 786 retracements. So just be ready for anything in these scenarios. Be drawing key trend lines to be watching. You're going to see bounces there as well. So those are good opportunities for you know, grabbing some calls on short, like a shorter swing is what I'm trying to say, so that you can grab some calls at those key levels, and then you can bounce back up. But I will say that it's looking more and more likely. Let's take a look at the volume right quick. We're on a 2-hour chart. When have I ever been on a 2-hour chart? Yeah, I mean, sellers obviously had complete control today. Hey, Luna. Luna. Oh, by the way, you guys probably don't know, but Luna is now walking. She's a year and 3 months old. She's looking super cute. She just walked into my office because I guess the door wasn't closed. But anyway, sorry about that. Hey, baby, you want to sit up here? Sorry about that, guys. So Luna has joined the party. You'll see some of. You'll see some, well, the retracement is most likely to continue. It's okay, baby. Her mom just took her. Yeah, I'd say that your retracement is, I mean, yeah, you look like you want to go to 1650 here, guys. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. Look, I got fooled here. I got bull trapped up here by this ascending triangle look here. And honestly, I should have been paying closer attention to how the bears came in on this sell spike right here, and that should have been definitely when you saw this lower volume. It looked like reaccumulation to me. I should have been looking at this more as a distribution. That's what ended up occurring. So that's my bad on that. But look, I mean, you win some, you lose some. As long as you have good systems, you have good ways to view the market over the course of time. As long as you're managing your risk, you're gonna have a you know, an easier time in the market. You're going to succeed more often than you fail. And that's what it's all about. So overall, not saying I'm bearish on the macro, because I do still see this entire range here as an accumulation that's been occurring. And obviously you had to bounce this key support down here, this bull trend that was created, and then also probably backed up by a Fibonacci on the macro sense. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I'm going to have to redraw this. I mean, it's probably going to be obvious. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, obviously that was a Fibonacci whenever we're done. Looks like it was a macro 885 that you actually saw. Ooh, nasty. Composite man gives no shits. Wait, is this on log? Bro, what is going on with my... I don't understand. My trading view is all messed up lately. I'm going to have to sit down and fool with it for a while because it's been doing a bunch of weird stuff. And then also you came close to your macro 786 there as well on the daily chart. So yeah, that's AMC. Looking at GME. GME is still the same deal as it was before. You're just back into this liquidity region. So, and what we mean by that is like a key zone where you've seen a lot of buying and selling. A lot of people will talk about it as like a what's the phraseology that people use when they refer to this? Oh, supply and demand. So like this is it was a supply zone because you've gotten sold out of it. Boom, you flipped up. got sold out of it again, but then it kind of becomes a demand zone as a result of that, right? So it's a heavily traded area. I just call them liquidity zones. You have them at the bottom and the top, usually have a trading range when you're looking at it from a like Hoffian perspective. So this would be a demand zone, right? So that is, I mean, I still see GME mostly the same way. I don't think that you've done anything that's really super crazy here. You always have to be looking out for these Fibonacci retracements. So look, you can make the case that this demand zone stretches all the way down here now. And you can trade back down into these zones, and these zones are localized. So, you know, like what I mean by that is like I can zoom in here and I can create smaller supply, demand, demand, right? So just be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Fibonacci really is king. So I mean, I overall what the market is telling me is that you want to get sent down here to $30 on GME. But that doesn't change my macro perspective on the chart, right? So again, I said this in the video yesterday, but just make sure that you're understanding what I'm saying. Looks like AMC is actually getting sold off in after hours as well. Holy shit! Let me go look at this. What was the level that I said? 16. I didn't even realize that that this was going on. Yikes! Ugh, big nasty sell off in after hours. So what are you doing here? You're hunting. Yep. So this is a support, resistance trend. That's going to bring you to 1809. Let's see if that's a local Fibonacci. What did I say? Roughly 1801. You might slip down under to this golden ratio, golden pocket here. Let's look at a smaller time frame. Maybe I can do. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're trying to freak people out right now, honestly. And they might continue to try and freak people out going into pre-market tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a distribution here that's played out. I mean, actually pretty beautifully here, right? You had your original sign of weakness where you broke below the trading range here. You came back up, retested, had a weak up thrust, came back, retested this zone, last point of supply, and then you got sent down, last point of supply, got sent down. I mean, it's picture perfect distribution. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys are looking for the Bitcoin update, Bitcoin, if you draw this trend line based on these two originating points here, Bitcoin's actually holding support here. I know yesterday I made a big deal about the daily close. You look like you might be able to turn this around here in the short term and then continue to rally upward. You really need some volume to come in favor of bulls, though. Ethereum is holding below this trend here, which doesn't look very good. So you really want to see Ethereum press back up, probably here, definitely back above 1885 or so. It's retesting this liquidity zone. Still looks like distribution. If you get back above this trend and you can break it back above 1960 or so, then you'll continue your rally. But as of right now, I would be a little bit more bearish in the short term until you see some turnaround occur. So that's pretty much it. This has to be related to the. I know I don't really pay attention to fundamentals, guys. So, but obviously I've seen the stuff about the ape dividend. I'm Googling. Sorry. Yeah, it says there. So there must have been some news. There's got to be news right now. Let me go check my Twitter and see if anybody's saying anything. I know this isn't a live stream. This is normally a live stream behavior. I'm not getting any notifications about this. Hmm. Oh, okay. Must be something that Adam Aaron said because I'm seeing some some negative tweets. No. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Adam Aaron. I'll pull it up on the screen so you guys can see. Let me pull up my browser. Shoop. Let me move that. Composite Man is alive, baby. So look, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about, right? Like nothing happens on accident in the market, guys. I'm reading the tweet with you, so I have no idea what it says. It could say the most bullish thing in the world, and I could look completely stupid. Yesterday, Cineworld, Regal, our next largest competitor, issued a fairly bleak prognosis for its near-term performance and liquidity by contests at AMC. We are quite optimistic and confident in our future, especially so because of our new Ape security, our statement today. Oh no, it's a professional statement. Low level. So basically, okay, yeah. So clearly, it's just a bearish take here. Like he posted in post market. Let's see the effect that it had on AMC as soon as the tweet got posted. Oh no, you were kind of selling off already. Somebody always knows, man. But yeah, so this is basically what I'm talking about, guys. Like whenever you're at the end of a distribution here, you're coming down to retest this sort of liquidity region here. Boom, you get sent down through. This is where institutions are going to start picking up, like when everybody's peak fear, and you might get sold down even more down to a lower region like this because of this bearish news. But that's how this game is played, man. Like you've broken the key support, you're down out of the distribution range. Now let's get the news out there so that we can push it even lower, and then we can continue and accumulate down here at the bottom. I think that this actually is more of a bottoming thing for me. But you have to realize that what occurs is there's going to be some ups and downs, some bumps along the road here. Markets don't just move straight up and straight down, so it's going to could look something like this, right? Where you have this extended sort of accumulation, just like you've seen back here. Excuse me. So that's pretty interesting stuff, though. I'm gonna have to look more into the news that broke there to give a better my better thoughts on that. I mean, I don't really talk about fundamentals too much, but it's just an example. Usually technicals are leading fundamentals, so like a lot of times you'll see fundamental news come after technical pattern or something is playing out. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna step out here. I gotta go around the gym, stuff like that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. If I do talk about the fundamentals of something, I'm definitely gonna do it there. Most likely not here. So my Twitter's in the description. Also, I have a free Discord you can join. It's just a community of a bunch of my viewers. So you can go hang out there, talk technical analysis, stuff like that. Super cool place. Oh, dude, I forgot to check and make sure that my audio was loud enough because you guys were saying that the videos were quiet. Hopefully you didn't hear any Discord notifications because I noticed that I had those up yesterday. Sorry about that. But yeah, other than that, have a good day. Peace.